Yeah. Is it not working?
Well, guys, we are here.
Okay.
So we were talking to ourselves. Jean forgot to hit one more
We
button.
weren't on.
We're on now.
We've been just talking to y'all. We've been talking and talking to every one of you.
We've been digging taters. So Tracy was telling about how she worked. You know, we had some pretty cool weather with overcast rainy a little bit here and there. And it was in the 68, 69, lower 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt good. Wind blowing.
Yep.
But it was great.
It was nice. We got a lot done this past weekend.
Yeah, it was
Garden
nice.
is primo right now.
And
primo.
I told her I wish we could just mash a button and everything stay the same and no weeds grow. And
yep.
Oh, mercy.
Well, it's good to see everybody here tonight.
Higher grounds.
Thank you for coming. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done a live. Hey, Teresa and Elizabeth. Threshold Homestead from Kershaw, South Carolina. Hello. Hey, Patty. Hey, Londa and Tom. Steamy Central Florida. It is hot here, too.
You better calm down, Tom. Steamy outside.
I bet it's really hot there.
Yes.
Hey, Mom and Pop. Y'all recovered over there?
Oh, yeah.
We have been putting up, this morning they came over and helped me. We picked a lot of broccoli and cabbage.
Yeah, and show the cabbage. I don't know if
what else did we pick this morning? Broccoli, cabbage. That's all, and kohlrabi.
And they put up about 20.
And we've been putting up
quarts of sauerkraut.
Quarts of sauerkraut all day. I think it was 19 quarts that we put up and 3 pints, but I can't remember. Is that right, Mom? 19 quarts of sauerkraut. And right now I'm canning potatoes that Jean and I harvested Saturday.
Yes.
Some of our potatoes has little bug holes. So the ones that have bug holes, I'm going ahead and canning those and putting those up so they don't go bad on me. Mm-hmm. And all the other ones will store those. But I've got 16 and I've got about 28 pints of potatoes I'm working on canning right now. We're in the middle of that.
Yep.
And I don't know how much broccoli we're going to have to put up. I ran out of time. The refrigerator, you can't open this refrigerator over here.
I think I'm a vegetarian
fall
now.
Over on you. But we are blessed. We've had the garden is just kicking
easy,
honey this year. I mean, it is kicking this year. We have got an amazing garden this year.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes, I am proud of my garden.
Cheers.
We're actually no herbal tea tonight. We're drinking vitamin C.
With some honey.
Just vitamin C packet with honey.
Yes.
We're still kind of.
And it's sticky. It's sticky.
Sinusy, so we're still battling that. But anyway. Hey, Edie Rice. Higher Grounds. Yeah. Hey, y'all. Heather, how are you? Hey, Becky, everything wants to come at the same. Yes. Everything wants to come in at the same time.
Yeah, thank you, Becky. She's coming over from Facebook. See what?
Good. Awesome.
We were trying out something new, and so that's good.
Yes, Londa, my garden is making up for last year. I am so happy about my garden this year. Actually, we have 2 additional gardens this year, and so we really got a lot going on.
Yeah, so we had some friends over taking some pictures this weekend, and
hey, Linda Casella from New Hampshire,
and they take
New Hampshire,
and we Zach got his drone up there and was taking some unbelievable shots of everything, and it was fantastic.
It was awesome. So we have we've been working for 2 weeks, like just trying to get this farm and the gardens and everything in tip-top perfection shape around here, which is awesome. We got about 2 days left of it, and then it's going to be a wild jungle again. But we have, for the past 3 years, this is our 3rd year, we've had Jacqueline Head and Zach and Eleanor come, and Jacqueline is my photographer, and man, she is amazing. I love her.
Yes.
She is so talented, so creative, and she totally gets me. She knows exactly what I want, how I want it. I don't even have to say it. And she comes and does pictures here of us and all of the farm and the animals and the garden and just all different kinds of things for our YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and website and everything that we do. She does all these pictures for us. So they were here yesterday after church, and we grilled out hamburgers and hot dogs. Pop and Mom came over. Eleanor and I played a unicorn card game. She is so stinking smart. Eleanor is just a smart little cookie. But we had a great time. And like Jean said, Zach brought the drone and got a lot of cool footage. It was really fun. We had a good time. In fact, they left at like 11:30 or something.
Around 12.
We had a wonderful time. I always love spending time with them. We are so blessed that God connected us to them and to many of you. We're so blessed. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Hey, Carol.
Parker.
Hey, Parker Leonard. What's up, buddy? How's it going? You out of school? What you doing this summer?
You know what's
hey,
really
Vanita.
What's really funny is we really haven't been seeing any squash bugs this year, which thank God.
I've seen them, but I've been smashing them.
That's good.
Every time I see them, I'm smashing them.
But
really,
we got
at
so
this
much squash.
point, I don't care if the squash bugs come or not.
Anybody needs squash?
I am squashed out. I've put up 48 quarts of squash and zucchini. Some's been put up in the freezer. We've eaten about every other day. And I've given a ton of it away. We have given a lot of squash away. In fact, I sent Zach and Jacqueline home last night. Eleanor and I had a good time in the garden last night. We walked around and picked everything that we could and sent it home with them. Eleanor ate about 15 cucumbers straight out of the garden yesterday. And this morning I found cucumbers laying all over the place with a couple of bites. But anyway, we are squashed out. This is my squash right here that I've been putting up. And this one is squash, zucchini, garlic, cloves, and some herbs that I dried and put up from last year that I used in here. And I think it's really pretty. It's going to taste good. In fact, Catherine had a question for me. What's she saying? They're wide open as usual. There was a couple of questions, and I got to find it, though. Give me a minute.
Hey, Whispering Willow.
Huh?
What's going on?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, friends.
How are ya?
I was just talking about you guys. I seen you on, you and your husband, Jill. Your husband, Nathan.
Who is this, Jill and Nathan, or Jill, or?
They're about to have another baby.
Yes, and it's soon, isn't it?
I know.
When is the baby due? June or July? Am I even right? G&G Farms. Catherine said, hey, Nate, how's it going, buddy? Preserving squash and zucchini from the garden. Can you freeze or pickle, and which is best? So for squash, we freeze it and I can it. And we like it better canned. We don't really like frozen squash as much. We like it canned. And then I like to saute it with some onions and a skillet, in the cast iron skillet with some butter and a little bit of olive oil. That's how we like to eat it. So We do eat frozen squash, but it's like it has like a freezer taste to me. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it. I have never pickled squash before though. Never even eat it.
So
I don't know.
Nate said they're having fireworks in July.
Fireworks in the middle of July.
Yes.
Man, y'all are an inspiration to me. I see just about every video. I love you guys. And y'all are a big inspiration to me. I don't know how.
They're going to have to add another greenhouse now, another baby. So they'll be feeding more.
Darn.
Yes.
Jill and you, Nathan, are freaking machines. Y'all are machines.
All right, wait a minute.
Y'all can get it done.
Ancha.
She's on here a lot, and we never get it right.
I can't pronounce that right.
Never get it right.
Okay. Is it safe to water can or can for a certain amount of time?
Do
you water bath?
From what I've read, I am not a pro at canning. No. Like seriously, this is really my first good year of doing it. Jean's mom's been teaching me, and I have just. Excuse my language, but I have completely sucked and messed a lot of stuff up and threw a lot of stuff away because I didn't know what I was doing. But I do know that you don't water bath can squash. It needs to be pressure canned is what I've been taught and told. And it is 40 minutes for a quart size. It's 40 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. So, Nate said she's good at cracking that whip.
Mm-hmm. Jill, funny thing, this weekend, so she's been working me hard, like for 2 weeks for these pictures.
Yeah.
And so she told me as she was working, she said, Jean, she said, yeah, I need to just hire me a farm boy just so he can do what I tell him to do, and just if I need him to pick something up heavy, you can go over and do it while you're working. I said, well, I'll be your farm boy.
Yeah.
And
he messed up when he said that.
So then she started demanding things. I said, ooh, I like that.
Go get
Talk
this.
to me more like that. Tell me more. Tell me. And so we had that joke all week, and I said, I'm your farm boy.
That's right.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. But Nathan, y'all have done so much. Your farm looks like it is completely transformed. Transformed. Y'all have added so much, so many new garden spaces, and it just looks absolutely beautiful.
I know it.
Yeah, we aren't getting any younger. That's exactly right. That's what I keep saying. Not getting any younger. Keep going at this rate. I am going to have to hire me a couple of farm boys.
Well, we need some more grandchildren.
For what? They ain't going to do it.
Huh?
They ain't going to do it.
Well, we might have to adopt some.
Hey, Crazy Lizzie Goat Farm. Hey, Susie. Hey, Rob and Deb. How are y'all? How's it going? Neva or Neva? Pierce says it's got a long I when you pronounce that word. Onchy. I still don't have it. Well, it sure looks good, Nathan. It looks really good on video. I'm sure it looks much better in person. Maybe we can come see you guys again soon.
So we're always welcome there.
Yeah. Same here. Y'all are always welcome here at our house.
We need to go hunting this year, Nate. We can meet in the middle underneath that, the Georgia pine, but Mississippi pine. So show us the rest of the stuff over there. You got
I've been a busy bee, so I've put up all of that squash. We did sauerkraut today, we did potatoes today, and we did some fermented garlic honey. I've got so much garlic this year. Like, we have tons of garlic this year. So I decided Sheila at Hall's Tools suggested I try some fermented garlic honey. And this stuff smells so good. I am so excited to eat this. Yeah. Trying to do a lot more fermentation for our gut health. So anything that comes up to try to do fermented, and I'm excited to try.
Yes, Renee, we have you guys some of this because you make the best
honey
chicken chunks with that honey garlic. Oh my God. With some rice. Oh my gracious.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good.
Good stuff.
So we
Wait, let me say one thing real quick.
Yeah.
So September 14th, we're having our Great Fall Garden Festival at Petals from the Past in Jimson, Alabama. And we would love for you all to attend. And if you are a YouTuber, we would love for you to be a featured YouTuber. So if you haven't already signed up, shoot me an email and let me know. And I sent Nathan and Jill an invite, but I know you guys have a whole lot going on. Plus, you're going to have a brand new tiny baby. We'd love to have y'all, but completely understand. Hey, Jackie, you're going to come to the event? That will be awesome. Be good to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, one other quick announcement I wanted to tell y'all. This Wednesday night at 7 p.m., I'm going to be a guest on the Texas Garden Party with Destin. I'm going to be a guest on his podcast again. I did it a couple months ago. It was a lot of fun. And Jason with Cog Hill is going to be on there with me. So Jason and me and Texas Garden Guy Destin and Phil's Figs. We're all going to be on the podcast together Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. And I'm sure Renee will have a link on our Instagram. I'll get her the link and she'll put it on all our platforms so that you can join us. It's going to be fun. Anytime I can get together and talk to friends about gardening.
Allison's already got her room booked for that weekend. I hear you, because there's not many over in that area, that's for sure.
Allison's our number one helper.
So you like honey garlic on ham?
Oh, yum! Who said that?
What kind,
Susie?
What kind of ham? Like the little store bought ham with
Probably
slices,
like a real ham,
or a good ham.
Yeah.
Falls off the bone.
That does sound good.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Yum. How's it going, Allison? You doing good? Y'all doing good? Hey, Glenda, how you doing? Looking forward to hanging out with y'all.
Now I get them confused, but is Allison
Adair?
Yeah, I know, but is she the one that does the Anatolian shepherds? Or is that someone else?
She does the Great Pyrenees. That was going to give us Bonnie to go with
do they do the shepherds?
No, she doesn't have the Anatolian shepherds. I think.
Yeah, we got to get Clyde a buddy.
Chip and Nicole had with Hidden Oaks.
Okay,
I think they do Anatolian shepherds. I don't know.
We got to get Clyde a buddy.
Clyde needs a girlfriend. He desperately needs him a girlfriend.
Lord.
And our champ never has come home, y'all.
Yeah.
He still hasn't come home. We're still looking.
So we're
still watching for him.
So in about another month? About another month, we're gonna let Chester out into the pen with all the females.
Yeah.
And Domino better come on and start strutting his stuff, because we want a mixture with some blue eyes and our goats, our Nigerians.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a hoot.
Glenda, we'll keep Susan in our prayers. Yep, working the gardens and playing with the grandbaby, Allison. That is joy of life.
And speaking of grandbaby, we got a few updates on our grandbaby, Ella. We just, they're having some difficulties, and we just want everybody to be praying that everything works out, and that everything's healthy, and that the test that they're running and everything that's going on, that a miracle would take place, and that everything would just work out, because you can imagine Chase and Kaylani are just, you know how your mind works.
Yeah.
And we just need to just pray for peace for them, and pray for healing and miracles to take place with that baby.
God's got her. God is holding her in his hands, and we are believing she is completely whole and healthy.
Yes.
So if y'all would join us in praying for her.
Coop wants some honey.
Coop wants some honey. There was another question up here about honey. from Chance. Honey videos were really cool. What's the difference in the honey harvest in relation to the color? Very good question, Chance.
Good job, Forrest.
Chance is our son, by the way. His baby is Coop, our grandbaby. So the real clear, the super clear, yellow clear honey is usually spring honey. And the different colors of honey, like there's a dark amber color. I don't have any honey sitting here, but the clear, the dark amber, all different colors. And the colors depend on what the bees foraged on to make that honey. So usually the real clear spring honey, they've been foraging on clover, privet, tulip poplars. What else?
Yeah.
Henbit.
I like the
honey.
Dark honey. I think it's got more flavor.
And the dark honey is a lot of the things that are blooming in the summer. And then what we like to do, because there's a couple of really big foraging times, and that's like spring, and then right about
there's another
now,
honey flow.
There's right about now is another big honey flow, and then fall is a big time for foraging for
we
them.
Try to get our honey in and leave the rest for the bees for the winter. But
yeah, because they forage on that goldenrod in the fall, and the goldenrod makes a little bit of a bitter honey. To me, some people love it. I'm not a fan of it.
The fig frolic, I hear you.
But what we do is we harvest our honey in May, which we just harvested honey, and we try to harvest again at the end of July or the 1st of August. And then when they go out and forage the fall honey flow, we leave all of that for the bees as their winter stores. And then we rarely, hardly ever feed them sugar water because we leave them enough food stores and they do fine on their
Okay, so we got a question.
Okay.
Is there a recipe on the website for making fermented honey garlic from Faye Bailey?
No, there's not.
Okay.
But it's so easy. Let me just tell you. All you do is chop up your I can't ever get this camera right.
Green monster.
All you do is peel your garlic cloves and then chop them up. Actually, you just peel them, and then we take a knife and like crush them so that it releases the flavors and everything. And then you put honey over your garlic cloves. Just pour it over your garlic cloves. You want to use raw, pure, organic honey. But leave about a fourth to a half of space. Don't let it go too much, because if it starts bubbling, it'll, explode. And then all you do after that is you put it in a cool, dark pantry or closet or cabinet, and then you wait till it starts like activating and bubbling a little bit. After a couple of days, it should do that. And then you just, every day you want to start burping it. So that just means opening your lid to let that carbon dioxide out.
You don't want an explosion in your kitchen.
We've had an explosion.
Woo, that stinks. Mercy.
No, it doesn't. It smells
like a vampire up in here.
Smells like Chinese food.
So we got another question. I know. Ooh, Lordy mercy.
Anyway, that's all you do to make this. It's so easy. So super easy.
All right. What is a good salve for chest rub? Crazy Lizzie.
A good salve for chest rub.
John Brown's baby's got a cold upon his chest. Vicks vapor rub.
Yeah.
Get in the shower. Rub it on there and get in the shower.
Think about that for a minute. Let me think on that for a few minutes.
Mullein.
Well, mullein is a good one for
light
chest
colored
colds
flowers.
and stuff.
Yep, but the bees get with them light colored flowers.
Mulleins's good for bronchitis and respiratory issues, and you would want to either smoke it or drink it as a tea. But like a chest rub, let me think about that a little bit. Good question.
What is good for helping my broken wrist to heal?
Oh, yeah.
Gigi.
Comfrey.
Yeah.
Comfrey is an herb that is known as the knit bone herb because it's believed that it actually helps to heal bones and sprains.
How do you keep it on there?
That. You can make a poultice. So what that is, all you would do is take the leaves of the comfrey, and they're big leaves. Take the leaves of the comfrey, break it up, chop it up, break it up, macerate it, beat it. That's macerate means just like beat it, because that helps to release the essential oils in it. And then you wet it and just put a little water on it or something, and you could wrap that leaf or wrap that around your broken wrist. Or you can make a comfrey salve and rub that on it, and that might help. It'd be worth trying.
Hello, Forever Flowers. I'm glad you finally caught our live. Good to have you on here.
Glad to have you.
And so, as far as the honey, we got a question for Patty. We got like 30 gallons of honey. Oh, you're whispering. We got 30 gallons of honey on this first harvest,
which is 30 gallons is 360 pounds.
Yeah.
That's the most we've ever had.
And believe it or not, it's already sold.
Yeah, we've already sold every bottle.
And which is great. Good news. But we're about to harvest again here soon. It won't be long.
Yeah.
And we'll have
and all of it's available.
Yeah, all of it'll be
that
was kind of already, we knew that was going to be gone. Which is good.
And on that note, we have something exciting to share with y'all.
We do?
Yes, we do.
Did you share it with me?
Yes.
Okay. Did you tell me yet?
You know all about it.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
We're opening we're creating and opening an online store. Hey, Flomaton Famous. Love that dark honey. How are y'all doing? Glad y'all joined us. Hey, Alicia Whitfield. Glad you're here. Hey, Faye. So we're creating an online store right now on our website, and we hope to launch it and open it up this fall. And that will be a great place where you can go and buy our honey. And it'll be on our store. We're going to have some other products on our store that's in the works right now. We're trying to get, it's a lot. It's a lot to do this. So we hope it's going to be launched in the fall. That's the plan. That's what we're hoping for, God willing.
So, Vanita, I agree with you. I don't like the sugar water either to the bees. And her daddy said that if you did that, it makes the bees susceptible to disease and invasion of parasites.
I believe
that. Down.
I believe the more natural that you can keep bees as to what their habitat would naturally be, their environment would naturally be, the healthier that they're going to be. We do have to, because they're in a box and not out in the wild, in the forest, we do have to manage them somewhat. But we're pretty hands off with our beekeeping.
We let the bees alone.
We let them take care of ourselves, but we make sure they have what they need.
So, Forever Flowers wants to make a woven beehives. Have you ever had a woven nest? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure what.
I'm not sure what you're. That sounds.
I've seen some weird patterns in the hives, and usually we go in there.
That sounds very cool.
Yeah.
Mint, mullein, and onion.
Yep. Goose fat and brown.
Okay.
Brown paper for a chest salve.
Brown pepper. Goose fat and brown paper.
Paper for a chest salve.
Brown paper or brown pepper? Brown paper for a chest salve.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go, Glinda. Londa says goose fat and brown paper for a chest salve.
That sounds like.
Very okay.
Let's see. Someone asked me to make chest rubs. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Magnesium.
Magnesium is good.
Knits bones. Yep. Magnesium. Flakes dissolved in hot water.
Yes. That would be good. That's good.
Using
comfrey. Vanita said she's using comfrey on her broken foot, dropped a jar. Oh, gosh.
Oh, God, that hurts.
Those little bones are hard to heal. Oh,
they are. Because they're so deep in there.
I hope that works for you. Comfrey mixed with aloe is a great salve. Yes. There you go.
Yes.
Yes, we had a lot of honey. We were so excited to have such a good harvest. And we believe that the harvest.
We may even have
it's going to
30
be
again,
as much.
and I'm actually, we're going to check it this weekend, this next weekend. But there was already there's every hive out there. You got the 2 deeps. Every hive has got 2 supers, because one was 3/4 the way done. I could have took it, but I didn't want to take no chances, because a lot of the cells, 3/4 of it was done, but I want them to cap it. I don't want no moisture in our honey.
Yeah.
So
if you take your honey before they've completely capped it, when they cap it, that draws the moisture out of it, and it keeps your honey to where it'll last forever.
It's basically like this is a cell. This is a cell, honey cell, all the little circles, and they take little wax and put a little thin coating of, actually like a white, creamy looking, just a cap.
It's just wax.
And it keeps the honey in the cells and
takes the moisture out.
So if it's open, it's still, they're not done with it.
It's still got moisture in it, and you don't want to harvest your honey like that. It won't.
And we've done that before,
forever.
and it's you don't want to do that. Yes, we're going to try to start getting some more.
Hey
merch.
Judy, how's it going?
Yeah, y'all.
How you doing?
Forrest is always saying, everybody like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, we appreciate everybody's support and help with our channel, and we hope we're helping some you guys out too.
Rob and Deb, are y'all talking about the
Joe Price,
the Langford hive? Is that what you're talking about? The top bar hive? You're talking about the top bar hives, the horizontal hives,
or the top bar.
Horizontal top.
Well, there's different. There's all kind. I seen somebody had one.
Kinds, yeah.
So they had a different one the other day. I seen.
Bees are the neatest creatures ever.
The horizontal hives from Dr. Leo. Have not seen those.
Haven't seen those.
Yeah, have you seen those bees? There's some bees down in Australia or something. The blue banded bees. Those are beautiful. Like it's like that color of blue banded around the bee.
Yep. Which rose would I recommend for most fragrance? Where did it go?
Which one?
Alicia asked. It's right there. Why is it? Alicia said, which rose would you suggest for most fragrance? Maggie has amazing fragrance. Souvenir de la Malmaison, wonderful fragrance. Any of the damask roses, high fragrance. A lot of your beauty products are made with the damask roses, like autumn damask. Those have a lot of fragrance.
So Sue is moving from Mount Juliet, Tennessee to South Alabama. Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's a big change.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. They have free plans for you to build your own horizontal hives. I'm going to look that up, Dr. Leo. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hey, Joe Price. How you doing, buddy?
Yes. Yep.
Very cool.
So we got Tracy planted, what are those things called that's making a jungle out there?
What?
All those vines going everywhere.
Winter squash.
We're not growing those up there anymore. They're going to be down there.
They're eating everything alive.
They're climbing up the potager fences.
They're eating my herbs alive. I had calendula planted all down the side of them. You can't see it no more. Like we have butternut spaghetti squash, which Rob and Deb from Generations Homestead and Brown Thumb Nursery gave me.
What's up, Kayla?
Some plants. We have red curry squash, and I planted one called Heavenly Hubbard. Never planted it before. It's giant. Like it is so giant right now. And though the vines are just a jungle, man, they're taking over.
Do you Francis Hamrick asked, do you think tea olive trees are a good choice?
Yes.
We love those.
We love them.
Love them. When the temperature changes a little bit, they just...
Now, from my understanding about tea olives, there's only certain ones that we can grow here to actually produce the fruit. And it's called Arbequina. Arbequina, I think. Arbequina. And you can grow them here in our climate, which we're in central Alabama, zone 8B. And they can take it down to 17 degrees. Below 17 degrees, they have to be protected. But they will produce olives for us. And we're growing some right now.
Yeah,
we grow them in a pot and we move them to our greenhouse.
Susie says she loves the southern terms that we use, and Rachel, does cocktails, honey, says them hives are slapful.
Slapful.
We use that all the time.
Slapful.
Oh man. Or,
we just say stuff and don't even think about what we're saying.
Fair to middling.
And when somebody mentions it and we like repeat it, we're like, God, that sounds so stupid.
Yeah. It's kind of like every time you see somebody when they're interviewed on the news about a tornado, sound like a freight train coming across that mountain. Oh my God.
I saw a comedian one time and he said, shoot, if I'm sitting in my chair in my house and I hear a freight train coming, I'm going to be running. I'm not going to be sitting there listening to it.
So
Peggy, how are you?
So I got to tell you all funny. Tracy will get mad at me.
Hey, Roberta, how's it going? Did you make it to the beach?
See how she talks over me.
No, I'm answering.
I got to tell him this because me and Zach was talking about it.
I reckon so.
Yeah, I reckon so. So me and Zach was talking about that this weekend. So me and Tracy was in Illinois, back last fall, and we was there during the week, and this cabin had a jacuzzi. So at night, we'd go out there in the jacuzzi. First night was great. Second night, we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, I kid you not, the jacuzzi just started bubbling, and the foam bubbles got up 6-8 inches, and it was
coming up
foaming up, and it was like a pinkish red. And I was like, Tracy, did you put lotion on? Get up in here and end up in this hot tub. And she said, no, what is it? What's wrong? And so long story short, it freaked us out, but we found out Tracy had a Tums in her pocket, one of those cherry Tums for antacid, and that thing just bubbled.
Actually, it wasn't in my pocket. I had on a swimsuit. I had stuck it right.
Well, I wasn't going to say that.
I had stuck it right there because I was going to take it, and I never did take it, and I forgot. And
she was, Lord.
We were freaking out because we thought
they had
all these rules posted about don't get in the jacuzzi with lotion, this, that, and the other. You'll tear it up. You'll have to pay to have it all redone. And we
had to clean that thing, man. We was out there just cleaning that film off the side. What's up, Phyllis? Oh,
hey, Phyllis.
Oh my gracious, that was so funny. Because it was cold outside and we were about half naked in our pajamas, pajamas, swimsuits.
Hey, Mary, Wesley Kreutzer, how are you doing?
West Georgia.
Yes, I have grown luffa before, and those vines are vigorous.
Oh, is that what that is?
You better.
Why did you grow that there?
No, we're not growing it right now. But those vines are vigorous, and you better have some room for that too.
That reminds me of that song about poison ivy, because late at night when you'd be sleeping,
West Georgia,
poison ivy would be creeping all around you.
We miss Janine Kurkowski.
Nice. Good job.
Tracy, I'm glad you're feeling better and glad you didn't give up on YouTube. You are so knowledgeable, and you and Jason inspire me to grow my first garden this year.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Nice.
How is it doing? And are you enjoying your garden?
I think most people their gardens are probably doing good. We've been getting quite a bit of rain, and it's.
Pop says he's looking for a Joseph coat rose for Mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Coat of many colors.
Joseph's coat.
Mm-hmm.
When I worked at Petals, we used to sell them there, but it's been a while since I've seen one. Phyllis says the kids at youth camp put dishwashing liquid in the jacuzzi.
Billions of bubbles down the beach.
Billows of bubbles down the beach. Oh, my gracious. I bet they got in trouble.
Bubbles,
not
down
bubbles.
The beach.
I bet they got in trouble for that.
They would have been happy if they put Bibles on down the beach now.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing.
Yes. Yes.
What else have we been up to? What else have we done in the past 2 weeks since we hadn't been here to chitty chat with everybody?
Well,
what all we been doing?
We've seen, had 10 new friends at the farm.
We
Snakes.
Did. More snakes.
Listen to this.
Snakes.
So was it Saturday morning? I think Tracy's in the greenhouse. I go out.
Go Cindy Collards.
I go out into the chicken coop and feeding the animals. And we got this. I had a Rubbermaid big garbage can, and I put PVC in the bottom of it, and had a little porch where they could stick their head in. Anyway, I seen it on YouTube and got the idea. I think I'll try it. Well, didn't work out too well. So we just used it in the chicken coop to put the 50-pound bag of feed down in, and I had it, crumbled up so that nothing can get in it. So I undo it, take the lid off, undo it, and I've got a little scoop down in there. So I reach down in there to get that scoop, and I see this little swirling motion going around down there. And I said, beep, beep.
He screamed like a girl.
And I went outside, and I had to come back in and get that thing out of there. But there was a snake down in the chicken feed waiting on critters to get up in there.
To get it.
Oh, my gracious. I hate
them.
snakes.
Can't stand them.
I don't care if they're good or bad. I hate them.
Can't stand them.
Oh, my gracious. How's your Satsuma?
A Satsuma is doing excellent.
Which one is it?
The one when you're walking into the greenhouse on the right. The tallest.
Oh, yeah. All of them starting to get fruit on them.
Yeah,
every
all
one of them citrus.
Good. I'm excited about my citrus. Phyllis and Mark Cap gave me a Satsuma tree for my birthday.
And me. I'm going to be taking part of it.
You didn't give me a Satsuma. They did.
She did, but what's yours is mine, and mine's yours.
Oh, yeah. And then I got a Meyer lemon, a Persian lime, a Cara navel orange, and that's it. I'm waiting on the kumquat to be ready so I can get it.
Yes,
but I'm growing them all. We're growing them all in pots.
It didn't take long to learn,
so that we can carry them to
our
the
farm
greenhouse.
Boy over here.
Yeah, my farm boy. Yeah, we've been working our fannies off, Susie. We have been working our fannies off. I can only work my belly off. I just saw Meg's Little House in the Country. How are you? How are you doing? So how's your hand? You're trying to get a garden in with one
danger
hand.
Noodles.
My goodness.
She calls snakes danger noodles.
Oh, there you go. Judy, you got a lot of new babies being born out there at your farm. A lot of new life going on.
Kayla.
Huh?
Kayla. That's Kayla at Sneed's.
Oh, is it Kayla?
Yeah,
hey, Kayla. How's it going? Well, y'all got a lot of new life going on there. Our garden is 113.
Are y'all in Arizona,
Where
Susie?
are you, Susie? My gracious.
I think Arizona or Texas is the one that's getting a lot of heat.
Francis said, I had my first real landscape consulting job after church Sunday. I've always had the entire job to myself. It was so great knowing I would not have to do the work hard. All right.
Yep.
Get more dogs for the snakes.
Dang, y'all had them. Yeah, we've had them. Oh, my gracious.
How do we keep our rabbits and everything safe from the coyotes and such? Well, the chickens and 2 of our rabbits are in Gene-built Fort Knox for a run and coop for our chickens.
We have not had any problems yet.
Never had problems.
The only problem we've had a Tracy called me one day, and we had a young hawk that was brave that flew through the netting and was inside the chicken coop.
And he was wounded.
And all the chickens
was nearly dead.
Yeah, the chickens were freaking out. So anyway, we had to get that thing out of the coop. And oh my gracious.
But on our coop,
wounded or something.
He did. He took like chicken wire and went down and like
on the ground, under
the ground, so nothing digs in there. And then we have a netting over the whole entire thing. And then my other 2 little rabbits are in an Vitamin hutch, and we've never had any problems.
No,
never.
And
I hope we never do.
Meg's little house in the country, she broke her wrist this afternoon.
Oh, shoot.
Is that what you're going to try the comfrey on?
Oh, my God.
Arizona. I knew it.
Arizona.
It's hot as Hades out there.
That's too hot. What does Kayla say there?
It says after petals, Carrie commented on my post and said he's related to y'all. Casey Britnell.
Oh, what?
Was my best friend as a kid.
Oh, my goodness.
It is a small world.
Yeah, Carrie Wayne Britnell. That's his cousin.
Baby, it's a wild
How about
world.
that?
Yep.
Casey's a sweetheart, too.
Mm-hmm.
What does Vanita say? Is that why old people have no butts?
That's exactly right. I take that.
So.
Yes. I just need to turn it around and start walking backwards or something. Maybe it'll work.
I don't think I'm ever going to have that problem.
Yeah.
I got a big caboose.
I like your treasure trunk.
I got a big old caboose. I don't care how much I ever weigh. I've weighed 120 pounds before, which is very tiny for my big bone structure. And my caboose was just about the whole 120 pounds.
Back it on up like a U-Haul truck.
I'll be dang. They lived across the street. That is so cool. Herbal teas and supplements to aid healing for your wrist. Yeah. The comfrey would be good. Magnesium, someone mentioned, that's good for bone health. Yeah. Have to do some research on that one.
Tree cage and a dog got hold of them and ate through the cage.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Well,
the thing is, Phyllis, like we're so far out here, like we really don't have hardly any neighbors. And these neighbors right here, they have cats. The other ones down there, they don't have a dog. Nobody around here really has a dog, and the ones that do is pinned up over here. And we ain't seen no dogs. And the coyotes, I go walking outdoors with a rifle if I see a coyote.
One time before we got our motion lights at the goat barn, you saw a coyote.
Between the barn and the goat fence.
And as soon as he saw that coyote over by our goats, we got motion lights and put up all around the barn and electric.
Top and bottom electric, and now we got Clyde, the beast of all beasts.
Yeah, good old Clyde.
We got to get him.
He is a horse. He is a giant.
We feed him. My mom feeds him. He eats spaghetti. He eats steak. He eats hamburgers, hot dogs. He eats everything.
He eats like a king, buddy. Like a king.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody stole him, or we're talking about Champ now, our lab. Vanita said she thinks somebody stole Champ. I don't know what happened to him. I don't.
Yep. Well,
we have a thought.
Catherine wants to know if you recommend lemon balm tincture or holy basil tincture for relaxation and anxiety.
Holy basil is a good one for relaxation and anxiety, and so is lemon balm. Lemon balm, I would say lemon balm's really good. They're both good nervines, and lemon balm is really good for calming you and just, letting you chill out. Holy basil's really good for anxiety. It's a good one. Now, another really good one for relaxing and anxiety, depression,
passionflower sedatives to knock them out.
Oh,
did I get that right?
You got it right.
Ding, ding, ding,
That's
ding.
why I was looking at you. See if you've been listening to me.
Oh, wow.
Passionflower is like a sedative. It's a good one for relaxing you and for anxiety. And so is hops. And both of those are in our collections, our house medicinal herb collections. I can't remember which collection you got, Catherine, but both of those are excellent. And if I had to choose between lemon balm or holy basil for relaxation and anxiety, I probably would go with holy basil.
So Francis, yes, Meg, we love Clyde. Francis, if you live in an area where she's having problems bad with ticks and chiggers, she cleaned up a little area and got eat up with them. Yeah. Well, look, if you live in an area where you can have some guineas, get you about 6 or 8 of those, and they'll take care of them. You won't have any problems.
Yeah.
Tincture for the flower?
A tincture. Oh, for passionflower, yeah, tincture would be excellent. Or tea. And holy basil makes an amazing tea, a really good tea.
Connie is in the house.
Hello, Connie. How are you? How's it going? It's okay. It's okay. Yep,
Okay.
I'm learning him, Susie. I'm learning him.
Yeah.
Londa wants to order a 5-gallon bucket of the passionflower tincture.
I'm telling you, she's gonna let it grow all the way down that potager side.
I sure am.
It's
and
beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So pretty.
And what's crazy is usually the frost will kill it, but last year it didn't seem to, and it got cold.
The frost will just, it's a perennial, and the frost will just knock the leaves back, but it kept its leaves most of the year last year. I think it's kind of protected where we got it. Maybe you think?
How? It's just a 2x4.
A little bit, but it's kind of.
How?
It don't really get that north wind or anything, does it?
North?
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it did good. I have trouble getting. Yep, passionflower. Alicia says she has trouble getting it to germinate. Passionflower is hard to germinate.
Did you grow that from seed?
I grew that from seed. Yep, but it's hard to germinate. And one tip is it needs cold stratification, so it needs those cold temperatures for a little while for the seed to germinate.
Right.
It needs light to germinate, so you cannot cover the seed too thickly with soil, or definitely will not germinate. So my big suggestion when you're trying to start passionflower is to sow a lot of seeds, and hopefully you'll get a few come up. And that's what I did. I sowed just about the whole packet of passionflower seeds, and I think I had like 2 plants to come up and make it. And I planted just one of them is all I ended up actually having to plant.
Vanita says her sedative is wild lettuce. It'll zonk you out. You can get a topical tincture. Yeah, it's a good muscle rub.
Oh, nice.
They do have some good ones. We were in Texas, and you had pulled a muscle, having muscle spasms.
Yeah.
And you got some, and it really helped out a lot.
Yep, sure did. Kaylani Britnell, what does that say?
Great advice on helping anxiety naturally.
Hey, Kaylani.
Yeah. Kaylani.
How are you?
Congratulations on your victory today.
Yep. Kaylani Britnell is our daughter-in-law. She is Chase's wife, and she is having our first granddaughter.
Yep.
Our first granddaughter.
First one in the oven.
Yep. Ella.
Middle name to be discovered. To be determined.
To be determined. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of really good herbs for anxiety. But I think if you have major anxiety issues, passionflower it's pretty powerful. Pretty powerful.
Catherine, you're saying you want to learn that you're trying to learn natural health remedies. I think everybody, Tracy and I were just talking about the other day, and I know y'all seen it all over YouTube and Facebook, but everybody needs to be learning more natural ways for medicines and things, because if everything keeps going the way it's going, we don't know what's in store. We've got to be prepared. I'm not saying go out there and be a prepper, but I'm just saying we all need to be prepared. And there's common cures, and God made every one of these herbs, and they have a purpose, and it can really help you, like blood pressure, anything.
Well, if you really dive into it, a lot of the medications that's out there, pharmaceutical medications, are derived from plants and herbs.
Oh yeah.
But then just added with a bunch of synthetic and sometimes very toxic and poisonous stuff. But I won't get on my soapbox. But the more natural that we can be.
Yeah.
Instead of, in our society in this day and
Oh,
time,
mercy.
if we get a cold, we go to the doctor, and then he gives us an antibiotic or a steroid, and then that breaks down our system, tears up our gut.
Yeah.
And then it's an endless vicious cycle when really the cold more than likely could just be cured with a little vitamin C, a little echinacea, a little elderberry, maybe.
Yeah.
It could be. And
honeybees, honey and olive oil.
Its course a little bit.
You can mix things, honey and olive oil. I mean, heck, get you some frankincense and myrrh and anoint yourself.
There is cause and reason to go to doctors, and thank God that we have them, that we have the medical system. Just like right now, I'm having to go to the doctor with this.
But there are so many good doctors getting out of the medical field because of how corrupt it is and what they're doing.
Yeah.
So anyway,
there's a place and there's a time, and thank God we do have doctors when we need them.
Get their advice.
Well,
and then
just
pray
like
about
this
it.
Thyroid thing, if I didn't have this medicine, I would not be functioning right now. But I don't know. It's
more people die from medicine than they do.
The more that you can do naturally, go to herbs first. Go to the natural
wild lettuce.
Eat your medicine. Go to the natural things first as much as you can before. Try herbs first.
Yeah.
Pray first. Try God first.
Yeah.
Ask God first.
Yeah, Miriam. Some people do that. Some of these vitamins that we buy, wow.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff, I'm not saying it does, but some of these things come from China and different places that are not tested. And boy,
yeah,
that's why we're really trying to grow a lot of our own stuff.
Go Gene Go says, personally, I love growing the medicinal herbs. I feel like it's doing something helpful for myself and my family.
That's right.
Yes. And, just the action, the practice of growing the herbs, gardening and growing the herbs, putting your hands to soil, that is healing. There is tons of bacteria in the soil that is proven to be medicine and healing for you, your body, your gut, your soul, your spirit. Just gardening alone.
Champ, our dog, our lab that's lost. We're waiting on him to come home, but we told y'all before, but we'd take him to the vet. The vet would give him medicine and he would be okay for a while, but he always had a lot of stomach issues. I think he had IBS actually, but he every time we would go toward the orchard back when we had the orchard out there, he would go through the gate and make a beeline straight to the comfrey and would just eat it like crazy.
He knew what he needed for his gut.
They know what the medicine is.
He did it out here in the garden all the time. He would go to certain herbs all the time and eat them. And he was just using plant medicine to heal his gut. Catherine says she's seen patients suffer because, where did it go? Because I lost it. Because they were required to try something different first before the actual remedy. Yep. And that's the biggest thing to me is when you go in with your complaints.
We are not doctors.
We're not doctors.
We're not healers.
Take your own
but
health
we can't pray for you
hands.
and believe in healing.
But when you go in, what they give you is not solving the root problem of what's going on. They're giving you something to fix the symptoms. You still got the root problem happening there usually. So, I don't know. You have to take your own health into your own hands.
Peggy, thank you for taking your time and teaching children at Vacation Bible School.
Oh yeah.
Great.
It's
very much needed.
Yes. And that is a blessing.
Yes.
We did, we used to be mission leaders at our church, and we would take teams on mission trips to different places. And whoever signed up for the mission trip, we based the trip on their qualifications. So a few of our trips, we had doctors sign up to go and nurses. So we did medical trips. Well, one trip we had a bunch of children's church workers and youth workers and kids church workers signed up. So we did a vacation Bible school in Ukraine. And that was amazing. It was 14 days of a vacation Bible school over there. A team of, I think we had 9 ladies. It was a good trip.
Okay, so Forrest, Connie says echinacea is great for yeast infection, stops the burning nearly immediately. Now,
Yeah.
Chance says vitamin B12 is I can't hardly see that. Yeah, go look at what is labeled as a definition. If it's in your multivitamin, you consume it every day. Think about what it can do to you. I'm not a doctor. LOL.
Huh.
What does that mean?
What does
Forrest?
that mean?
What is a Sienna Cabo? What does that mean?
How about that? Chance is a medic in the Air Force. Works at the ER.
Yeah, Tracy and them did. Or Phyllis is asking her about the kids at orphanages at Ukraine.
We went to the vacation Bible school was not orphans, but we went to an orphanage and visited the orphanage and took a bunch of supplies for all of the babies. And it was the saddest thing I have ever seen in my life. And I cried and cried, and I still cry when I think about it. It was.
You took your mom on that trip.
It was so stinking sad. So sad. Those babies, it's cold there. It gets very cold in the Ukraine. And their little baby beds were metal and would just be free. It was terrible.
What city was that in Ukraine? It was right by the Black Sea. You remember the name of the town?
Odessa.
Yep. Renee Michelle. Hello, Gina Tracy.
Hey.
So,
Renee.
Are you able to teach how to make tinctures? I grow all the things, but really don't know how to make or use them.
Am I able to teach it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I did a short last week and Renee put it on Instagram and Facebook for me on how to make a motherwort tincture. And these are, I'm glad you asked, because these are some of my tinctures here that I've been working on.
The green monster.
This is my echinacea tincture, and I've got it in a big old half-gallon jar here because we ran out of our echinacea tincture. I made some 2 years ago and in a big thing like this, and we just ran out. And that was some potent stuff. It was potent because it had been sitting so long. This is my motherwort tincture. Motherwort is the herb for mothers. This is my lemon balm tincture. And I got tons of others to make. But let me just tell you the simplest way to make a tincture. I like to use fresh herbs. You can use dried, you can use fresh when you're making a tincture. I like to use the fresh herbs. And all I do is I just prepare my herb, I wash it, and I chop it up really good. And then I pack it into a mason jar. And then I cover it with vodka. 80 to 100 proof vodka is what I like to use. And you just make sure your herb's completely submerged. Put it in a cool, dark place for 6 to 8 weeks. The longer you leave it, the more potent it will be, the better medicine it's going to be. And then after the 6 to 8 weeks or however long you want to leave it, then you take it out and you strain it from the herb material. Sure. Strain it, and there you go. You've got your tincture. Now, I
hear you, Miriam. She needs to do that.
While you have this in your pantry for the 4 to 6 weeks, you want to periodically go in and shake it up about every 2 days or so.
Shake it up, baby.
2 or 3 days. Go in and shake it up, and make sure you open it up and push your herbs down into that vodka solution. Don't let them stick up. No. They'll go bad. That's it.
So Miriam says, forget the store, write a book.
This is my goal. I have a goal.
I'm taking her out in the woods so she can be away from everything.
So good.
So Chance says that vitamin B12 is basically a small form of cyanide you're taking every day.
Holy moly.
So now, Catherine, you mentioned that about the vodka. So Tracy calls me. I'm on the way from home from work. She says, Gene, I need you to go by the store and get some vodka. I need 3 big bottles of vodka. So I walk in the package store and I go in there and I'm looking. You know, I know the top shelf, mid shelf, bottom shelf. So I get 3 bottles of, with the first day I got 1 bottle, and then she calls me again and says, I don't have enough vodka. So then I go back the next day and buy 2 more big bottles of vodka. So I was looking around.
I need more now. And Catherine shared a pretty funny story with me about her going in and getting her vodka for her tinctures. She's never been in a vodka alcohol store before. I told her, dang, you should have filmed it.
Hey, you got to have a little medicine.
Zach and Jacqueline, they are watching from the greenhouse tonight. How's it going? We've been talking about y'all. What a great time we had with y'all yesterday. And Zach wants to know what herbs are best for tinctures from the Just Dig It herb collections. Okay, you can make a tincture with just about every single herb that is an herb that you would take internally. There's some herbs like comfrey. I don't suggest you take comfrey internally. It's more of an herb that you would use topically. You really don't want to take it.
One champ want to eat it then.
He's a dog. He has different systems than we do. Mm-hmm. Anyway, most of your herbs that you can take internally can be made a tincture out of it. And the reason you would choose a tincture over a tea for a lot of your herbs is because some of your herbs are bitter herbs and they really don't make a good tea. Plus the tincture is it gets straight into your system. It's potent, because it's made with this vodka, and it's easy to take. It's easy to store. A tincture can last for 20 years in a cool, dark space. 20 years. You can make a tincture and have it for 20 years if it lasts that long. So great way to preserve your herbs and a great way to take your medicine. I definitely like to make elderberry tincture, which is not in our collection.
And we found
echinacea
a bottle in my gun cabinet we forgot about, and you talking about strong. Woo!
Yeah, it's been in there for about 3 years.
I had me an extra few little nips for that.
Echinacea tincture, a motherwort tincture, lemon balm, yarrow tinctures are really good. Holy basil, I would rather do a tea than a tincture because it tastes so good.
Lynn Weldon's in Gulf Shores.
Hey, Lynn, how are you and the girls doing?
20 years. It lasts a long time.
Up to 20 years the tincture does.
That's good. It's kind of like honey lasts forever. I mean.
Yeah. Oh, honey lasts a lot forever.
Yep.
Yeah. I love making tinctures. The way I made this with just pouring the vodka over it, this is called the folklore method. Now, herbal manufacturers and companies, they make tinctures like precisely with measurements, measuring out herb to ratios. They measure it all out to get precise. This is just the easy way to do it, the folk method, and super easy, super effective, super potent and powerful.
So Glenn asked, how much do you take at a time? Well, it's like I'm a big guy and it takes more for me, but like Tracy, just, like a little shot. Well, you can take like 2 like a spoonful, 2 spoonfuls. I just get a shot glass and just.
Really, the best way to do this is when you strain your herb off and you have your solution, is to pour it up into little dropper bottles, and then you just take a couple of dropperfuls under your tongue. And the thing to remember with herbal medicine, with herbs, we have. We've been over an hour. Holy moly! The thing to remember when you're taking herbs is medicine. It's not like popping a Tylenol for a headache. It's going to start working immediately. Herbs takes a longer time to get into your system, and it takes more of it to get into your system and help you. So like if you have, if you're taking a tincture, then you want to take, if you've got a cold, you're sick, and you're taking a temperature for that. As soon as you start getting that little bit of a scratchy throat, start taking it, start fighting it immediately. And then you want to take it little doses for more time, like a couple of dropperfuls every 2 to 3 hours. And that's the best way to,
And I'm
heal
telling you,
yourself.
that elderberry that she has, man, my throat was like, I was getting really hoarse, but you can take a shot or two of it and you can feel it burning going down, like that song, burning going down. But it would burn going down and it would make it feel so much better, and it makes you sleep good. Roberta wants to know if you've ever made vanilla or lavender honey.
I have not. I would like to try to make some herb infused honeys. I did make my garlic infused honey here, but I would like to try to make some different herbal infused honeys, and I bet lavender would be amazing. I bet that would be good. I've never tried it. I should. Thanks for joining us, Catherine. You have a good evening. Not long enough time tonight. Keep going, Phyllis says. Alicia said, guys, I just looked at my vitamin and my husband's vitamin, and they both have that B12 stuff that Chance was talking about. They went into the trash. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
We want to make fire cider. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't made it yet, but I have a whole book about it. My sister-in-law Jewel gave me a whole book on Rosemary Gladstar's fire cider.
So
I want to make it.
So Vanita, I haven't really tried the Captain Morgan spice rum, but I wonder that probably what does taste better than just plain vodka.
Probably does. Well, all right, y'all. We've been on here for, what is that? What is Texan? I have a B12 that contains methylcobalamin, not cyanide. Oh, okay. Huh. Lynn, I hope y'all are having a good time at Gulf Shores.
Yeah, people
Can you send me the elderberry recipe? Yes, I will.
People do get B12 shots. And that's just it. I always think about medicine is, they show the symbol for medicine is a staff with a snake wrapped around it. And I've always wondered why they're trying to kill us.
Pharmacy. Big pharma.
Yeah. In other countries, you can be a pharmacist if you have a book. And that's the truth.
We went to Africa. Guatemala. It was Guatemala.
In Africa, because you got sick, and Daniel went to the.
Oh, yes, it was Africa.
Yes,
it was Guatemala too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They had,
the book was like this thick, like huge.
Yeah.
Hey, I've got this problem, and they just looked at the book.
If you owned the big book, you were the pharmacist.
And if you had a big chainsaw, you're the mayor of the town.
And that's the truth. That is definitely the truth.
Anyway,
one thing that's pretty interesting on herbs and on medicine and on food, there is a lot of food and a lot of medicine that we eat in our country here that is banned in other countries. A lot of the different things that go into our food and a lot of our medicines that we have available to us and take, completely banned in other countries. Why? Because they're toxic. So you have to be careful. You definitely have to be careful and take your own health into your own hands. My herbalist friend gave me a bottle for emergencies that I take if I need it. All right, y'all.
It was fantastic.
Over here over
Connie said, we will, all the honey we had sold out in one shebang,
360
30 gallons. So, but we're about to have some.
Yeah, we're going to be harvesting again
soon, and we'll have it online.
And we will make sure you guys have first option for it.
Plenty of honey. Plenty of honey.
Plenty of honey.
Stay away from preservatives. Dogs too. Yes.
Yeah.
And Skittles. Good night and God bless. Yes.
Good night, y'all. God bless you. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And we'll see y'all next Monday.
Just dig it.
Hey, join me.
You messed up.
Join me Wednesday night for the Texas Garden podcast. Join me and Jason at
what time?
7 p.m. Central Time.
7 p.m. Central Time. Tracy Coghill and the Texas Garden Guy. Gonna have a party. Okay, Lynn. We'll save you some honey.
Good night, guys. Love y'all.
Just dig it.
Just dig it.